Hey! All right, small in number, loud in voice, that's what we like. Welcome along to the That's Good for Footy panel show. You should see these guys out the back. I mean, you know when you're driving in the dark through a country road and you come up, your lights are on and you come up upon a deer in the middle of the road and they stun you? That's what's going on out there. So it's going to be great. It's going to be really good. Just to make him feel comfortable when he gets out here. I wanted to say to all of you, welcome to That's Good for Footy. This is the family-friendly That's Good for Footy. We like everybody to come along where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans and the fans meet the players and so forth, and this goes backwards and forwards and all of that. This show is for the passionate supporters. This shows you allowed to see the players be themselves. Well, let's get into it, all right? St Kilda, March the 22nd, 2023. Please welcome to the show our first panellist. He was born on the 27th of December in 2004. He's played a total of 1 game. He's kicked 1 goal. He made his AFL debut back in 2023, and when he plays for the St Kilda Football Club, he wears the number 25 on his back. Could you please welcome to the show, Matthias Filippo.
When the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be with St Kilda. When the Saints go marching in.
All right. He's getting into it too. I love it. How good's this? You can tell he's already built for this, can't you? He's going to flow right into this like an old man into a warm bath. It's just going to be just like that. Pick up your microphone, my friend. Nice to have you here. Your first time not just doing a That's Good for Footy panel show, it's probably his first time being out and doing this sort of thing, which is great. I don't want to go into too much detail with you straight away because I don't want you to feel too nervous, but tell us a little bit about you, your family, your siblings, and your love of the St Kilda Football Club in just a brief summary.
Yep, so my name's Matthias Filippo. I'm originally based in South Australia in Adelaide. Made the move to Melbourne late last year and got drafted to the St Kilda Football Club at pick 10, and it's been an absolute blur, to be honest with you. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been absolutely brilliant, and I've loved every second of it so far, and yeah. Good.
Tell us about your family. Siblings and so forth. I know they were there for your first game, obviously, and you had a lot of people come over from South Australia as well to watch your first game. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was terrific having that support come over. It was the first time I'd seen a lot of my family and friends since I'd moved to Melbourne, so to have them there for my first game it meant a lot to me. But I've got a younger brother named Javan who's 15, turning 16 in 8 days now, so I won't be able to be there for that, but then a younger sister as well, named Estelle, who's 14 almost. Wow.
Tell us a little bit about how Mum and Dad were. Were they? Could you hear their knees or shaking, or were they nervous for you in anticipation down in the clubs, in the change rooms?
Yeah, Mum was a little bit teary from when I first saw her to the end of the game, but Dad was pretty good. He's usually pretty good with that. Haven't seen him cry too much, so yeah.
Wow, how sweet's that? Thank you very much for sharing that. Please put your hands together for him. Good on you, mate. Well done. You settle in and you can relax for a little while. There's some water there for you. Let's get our second panellist out here. He was born on the 1st of September in 1998. He has played a total of 77 games and he's kicked 26 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2017. When he plays for the St Kilda Football Club, he wears the number 26 on his back. Could you please welcome to the show, Josh Battle.
When the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be with St Kilda. When the Saints go marching in.
How good's that? You guys are fantastic, thank you. Don't you just love, he's got an infectious smile, hasn't he? He comes out and he's just like, oh, I'm so happy to see you all. Mate, it's great that you're here. He's not a replacement. He was top of the list. I just couldn't get to him straight away. But he's...
Replacement 2 years in a row.
Yeah. I was thinking about that on the way out here today. He's going to go, what am I, some cheap bridesmaid? So I apologise, mate. I'll make a proper phone call next time and just say, mate, your first cab off the rank, come on down. But good to have you here, mate. How are you? You're looking well?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you.
Yeah.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Yeah. There you go. All right. You know it's a footy panel show. We've got a lot of stuff to get through. We're going to start it off with our first little segment. I'm going to talk about round one. I'm going to talk about a little bit about round two. We're going to get stuck into it right now, straight off the top. You boys can just give me your tips, or you can give me a little bit of advice or whatever else you want to say as I go through this. We're going to talk about round two, first of all, obviously. Kicks off on Thursday, March 23rd, which is tomorrow night. It's Carlton versus Geelong, 7:20 p.m. at the MCG. Carlton coming off a drawn game against the Tigers in a low-scoring match, but the Blues' attacking pressure and defensive pressure was better. The 2022 reigning premiers went down by 22 to the Pies. Injuries to Tom Stewart and Sam de Koning. Your thoughts here, boys? Carlton versus Geelong at the MCG. Should be a cracker game. Who do you think is going to win it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I didn't watch last week's game, but I reckon Geelong. I wouldn't be surprised if they bounce back well this week against Carlton. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I agree with Matthias. I think Geelong will bounce back and win.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting though, because Carlton, they've got a lot to prove, not just to themselves, but also to the supporters and maybe the wider community to say, hey, listen, we are the real deal. Stop writing us off, start putting us in the winners list. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Let's get to this game. It's Friday, March the 24th. It's Brisbane versus Melbourne, 6:55 at the Gabba. Brisbane came out strong, but then faded away. Port were dominant, both in skills, tackling and pressure, and overall use of the ball. A commanding 54-point win. Melbourne equally did the same to the Dogs. Gawn and Grundy played to their strengths. The usual suspects were part of the dominance. Oliver and Petrarca, 2 weeks for Pickett for his hit on Bailey Smith. No May, no Viney, no Salem or Frisch. Wow, to come away with that result. Who do you think is going to win this game? It's at the Gabba, Brisbane v Melbourne.
Yeah, similar to the first one. I'm not sure. I reckon Brisbane will bounce back though, pretty strong. I think they looked a bit flat in the game against Port Adelaide, so I wouldn't be surprised if they, come out firing
on their home deck. Beautiful surface there too. Yeah,
I think Melbourne will win.
Yep.
I just think they're pretty hard to play against.
They look at, and they're going to have. Well, I think May's definitely coming back in. Viney will probably come in. So you're going to boost their strengths down there. Saturday, March the 25th. This is Collingwood versus Port Adelaide. 1:45 at the MCG. It's an all B&W black and white affair. Two clubs coming off morale-boosting wins. The downside was a sickening injury to Jeremy Howe. Oh man, that was horrible. That didn't look pleasant at all. Fracturing his forearm, which will see him on the sidelines for maybe 12 weeks. I'm predicting this will be a game for the ages, two clubs with 2 points to prove. What do you think? I think Port Adelaide, a lot of the fans are going to be turning up wearing the prison bars. So one thing's guaranteed, there's going to be a lot of people with no teeth at the MCG. But what do you boys think? What's going to be the outcome of this one?
Where's the game? Did you say
at the MCG, 1:45 on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to back Collingwood in.
Okay.
I think at the G it'll be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, right. Good point.
Yeah, I think Collingwood, after watching them the other night, they were definitely pretty strong.
They've got a great brand of football. We'll go into all of that a little bit later, but we won't harp on it now. Let's go over to this game. It's still on Saturday. It's Adelaide versus Richmond, 4:05 p.m. at Adelaide Oval. Crows were looking the goods against GWS. 23 up at half-time, only to go down by 16. McAdam out for 3 weeks on his hit with Jacob Ware. That was a pretty full-on supposed tackle. Test for the Tigers. It's early in the season, but every club wants to get their season off on the right step. They will want to stamp their authority early in this game. I think this is a bit of a test for the Tigers to go to Adelaide and play Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. There's a lot of Adelaides in that.
Yeah, I still reckon Richmond will get it done.
Yep.
Quite comfortably, to be honest.
Okay, happy with that? Yep.
Yeah, I think Richmond will win as well.
Wow, so the boys are like, they know. They're just giving me what they know. This is on Saturday again. Fremantle versus North Melbourne at 4:30 p.m. at Optus. Freo look a former shadow of themselves, not taking anything away from their recent opponents. Nate Fyfe looks lost. Their structure forward of the ball was a bit of a shambles and their ball movement was average at best. North Melbourne, on the other hand, basically stand performances from Sheasel and Luke Davis-Uniacke. Sheasel, wow, what a find he's been. She's winning a nomination for round one, Rising Star. It was a better brand of football and their tackling pressure and defensive effort was all there. West Coast were not there, as I would like to say, were not at their best coast. Who do you think? Yeah, thanks, mate. Someone's awake.
Yeah, I reckon Freo will still get it done, but yeah, Sheezer was very impressive.
Wasn't he? And so you think Freo will actually beat North at Optus because North are doing the travelling, or just because?
Oh, I just think, yeah, that definitely will play a factor. But
Okay.
Freo, after losing to us, I think will have something to prove.
Yeah, right.
I want to do that against North, I reckon.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, I think Freo as well.
Yeah, wow. All right. Let's go to this game then. It's Western Bulldogs versus St Kilda, 7:25. It's at Marvel. We'll come back and discuss that game a little bit shortly, all right? We're going to go over to this one. Sunday, March the 25th. This is Sydney versus Hawthorn, 1:10 p.m. at the SCG. No premiership smashing hangover. No premiership smashing hangover, okay? For the Swans, they came out with everything to prove. Tough conditions up on the coast against Gold Coast. They came away 49-point winners. A few standouts with a mix of the usual suspects that define the Sydney brand of football in Cunningham, Goulden, Papley, Rampy and Parker. Franklin accepted his one-match suspension. He's probably just happy just to, I've got a long 10-year contract here. I just want to play it out. But obviously he accepted his one-match suspension for his hit on Nick Malcheski, which could possibly mean he'll never get to play against Hawthorn again. Wow, yeah, a lot of violins in the room for that one. I heard that. What I wanted to say is Hawks as well showed some promising signs under new coaching styles and methods with a new group of players. I thought they were good. Bombers just got the upper hand in what was a much more enjoyable brand of football to watch from their perspective. That was a mouthful. Who do you think's going to win this, boys, at the SCG? Sydney v Hawthorn.
Sydney, comfortably.
Wow, after everything I said, and I just get that. All right. Yeah, it's good, mate.
Yeah, definitely Sydney.
Yeah? All right, definitely Sydney. Thanks for backing him up. All right, that's good. All right, let's go to this one. West Coast versus GWS, 3:20 p.m. at Optus Stadium. Eagles losing to the Roos by 5. There's some troubling signs coming out of their game plan and style of football. Only 2 wins in 2022 and not looking much better than that after round 1 of 2023. GWS, with their win over the Crows, looked like it had taken its toll, but thankfully for them, this game is a full-day, 7-day recovery, but it's a big trip to Perth. Who do you think is going to win between West Coast and GWS? I think they're playing for the I Couldn't Give a Stuff Cup.
Yeah, I reckon GWS will win.
Okay, yep.
I actually think the Eagles will win.
Yeah? All right, see? Lots of information coming here. This is our last game that we'll talk about before I reflect back to the other one. Essendon versus Gold Coast, 3:20 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. Check out the ladder, Bombers fans. 1 from 1. Yeah, there you go. 59-point winners over the Hawks. The new brand of football coming out of the hangar looks great. It's going to take a little while, but the signs are all there. They needed to turn around their defensive pressure in their forward 50, lift their run and chase and tackling pressure, and all those things were there. New captain Zach Merritt led from the front. This too, I think, will be a good test for both clubs. Essendon versus Gold Coast?
I'm going to say Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, okay.
Gold Coast.
Wow, all right, there you go. Let's go back to this one. This is the one that you all want to get some information on. This is Saturday, March the 25th, Western Bulldogs v St Kilda, 7:25 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. Doggies were lacklustre, so much hype around the big four. They only had 30 disposals between them for the whole game. Their forward entries were missing targets. Simply the Demons outplayed them. Ankle injury now to Lobb. From their small forward, Jones is also out. Waitman is out for another 4 to 5, and Vandermeer with a fractured leg. So their forward line will be tested. Speaking of tests, I'll run a test on Liam Jones, who incurred what appeared to be a bit of a neck injury. O'Brien also out for 2 weeks with a hammy, and an under-depleted St Kilda went in with their fair share of injuries. And this is what I now want to talk about. 7 to 8 out of your best 22 were missing. You talk about names like Billings, Caulfield, Hayes, Jones, King, Membry, Ross, Windhager. That's a fair, well, as I said, 8 players out of your best 22. This will continue to be the case for at least 3 to 4 weeks. So it means that just like in your game on the weekend, players have to step up. There are some real chances here to cement yourself in the new St Kilda. Not looking at anyone. That's what I wanted to allude to there. It was noted prior to the game by the coach that pressure needed to be lifted. Take the heat off ball movement. Translate that for me, Josh.
I think obviously firstly Ross coming in, he's been awesome. I think everyone around the club has just noticed the impact that he's had. I think for young players, the ability for him to go in and back his players in and just let us play to our strengths, but then have an onus on just how important it is to give 100% effort all the time. So
Brilliant.
yeah, he's been super. So we are big on how we use the footy and stuff like that, but I think mainly he's just, if we're going to give 100% effort every time and then we walk off the ground, it doesn't matter who we play, whoever's out there, the 22 that's out there, if they're giving great effort, we're always going to be in any game, I guess.
Good. Accountable for your actions. I'm just going to follow on from exactly that. Effort and pressure was all that was asked of you, and I thought you boys really brought it. Owens was good, right? Cordy was thrust into a different role, but again was good through adaptation. Your defensive work on the opposition held you in good stead. You restricted Freo to only 7 goals. 6 of your goals actually resulted from turnovers. That's a freaking good result, really. And Freo went into their forward 52 times. They went into their forward line 50 times, 60 times for only 52 points. 60 times they went in for only 52 points. They actually went in more times than they scored. So there are some really promising signs there. You must be excited. I want to ask you that question. You must be excited.
Yeah, definitely. I think our play style is based off effort, like we spoke about. And, sure, we talk about injuries, but anyone can step up if it's an effort-based team. So that's where we generate our confidence from. So.
Oh, nice. Beautifully said. Love it. Well done. It was always going to be a game of lowering your eyes and not bombing away, what with no Membry and King to go in as your leading targets. Your talls moved up the field, which allowed your smalls to move deeper. They're a fair assessment. That's how I saw the game. Is that how it kind of played out?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, not having the personnel up there with Maxi and Membry, it gives other great guys opportunity to, I guess, play to not as predictable footy and, bring Higo, Butts, all these small guys into the game.
How nice. Excellent. Big Rowe, seriously, wow. He was outstanding. He's always going to, have to step up now that Paddy is gone. But he did, and he was, and he will. His aerobic levels have been, that appeared to me that they had risen. Is this something he was focused on over the pre-season? And just before you answer it, my understanding is that there was a real focus on everyone's aerobic and cardiovascular fitness in the pre-season. Is that true?
Yeah, coming into it, Ross knew we had a good base for running. And, I think Rowe definitely set the tone with how hard he worked over the pre-season as one of the leaders. Okay. But coming in, I didn't really know what his focus was. I just saw how hard he worked. So Batsy probably could speak to that more than what I could. But he's been terrific over the pre-season. So. And
I understand that I think there's most people are like in time trials under the 10K mark, like running it in like sub 3 minutes thereabouts. So that's good results. Is that a fair? Yeah,
I think we had 12 under 10 minutes or something, and 30 under 10:30. So.
Yeah. That's wow. Yeah, a running game. That's the style of football, which is what I'll go into here. Now you can't talk about it, but I can. There was a couple of interesting 50-metre penalties for dissent. Has that been spoken about at all during the week?
Yeah, it was addressed straight after the game.
Okay.
Ross did it in what I thought was a very, very respectable way. He just pointed out the fact that we don't want to see it happen again. It's not a personal thing, but we can't have that from our two leaders, and they understood it, and I'm sure they owned it.
Let's all move on. Yeah, perfect. Well said. Both teams were a bit rusty from their first hit out. There were a few skill errors, but that was mainly because the game was played at such a frenetic pace. How did you feel after your first hit out? And I ask you both that question.
Yeah, I felt I was on cloud 9, still am, really, to be honest with you. But, it was unlike anything I could ever imagine.
That's
I remember, being interviewed after the game and they were like, was it as good as what you thought? I just said better. But,
That's great.
It's terrific.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
I was absolutely cooked after the game. I think there was maybe 10 or 12 of us cramping in the last quarter.
Yeah.
So, it was pretty hot.
Did the heat play a factor with the...
I think so. Yeah, the humidity in under the roof was definitely hotter than what it was outside. Yeah,
absolutely. 2 points to take with you. I'm not going to take any credit for this, but I just want you to hear them. 2 points to take with you as your career rolls on. Experience is advantageous, so much so that it becomes less of what you say and more of what you do. You play with someone long enough, and this becomes to the fore. Okay. Personnel doesn't always reflect success, but structure and game plan does. And the two complement each other, especially if there is player buy-in. Those, I think, are fabulous statements. They were given by Chris Scott recently, and I really took note of that because I thought that's really good information. I just wanted to say to you, good luck to both of you. Footy comes and goes pretty quick. Make the most of it. Make the most of all your opportunities. I wish you both the best. I look forward to watching your careers flourish. That was actually written with Jack Bytel on the show. No.
Thanks.
But I just wanted to say to seriously both of you, good luck on the weekend, right? But good luck this year. I'd love to see St Kilda move further up the ladder and be that force that you need to be in order to play finals football. So good luck to both of you for that. I'm not going to ask you for a tip because I presume you're going to say St Kilda. Yes. But all in all, good luck with it all. Could you please put your hands together for the boys? Thank you. They're both going, that was good because you did most of the talking in that, so I'm happy about that. But you're about to step up to the plate now because we're going to do it in our first little segment, okay? It's called What About Me? It's like going, I don't know, mate. I don't really know what's going on, but it's all right. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. It's not too personal, but it's personal enough. Okay? I wanted to ask you, and you both give your answer. What are your fondest memories and your love for footy?
Yeah, mine would probably be watching my father play at such a young age. Yeah, that's probably it, to be honest with you. And
That's
then
good.
Auskick and footy cards especially. I love my footy cards growing
Good.
up. Yeah, big collector of them.
Good. There's a question coming up about that. That's great. What's your fondest memory of your first love for footy? Josh?
Yeah, probably going to the local footy with my dad and brother.
Yeah.
When we were younger, I used to think that was AFL and used to love going there every Saturday.
Wow. Yeah, good. When you were a kid growing up, did you used to get dressed up in your footy gear and just play around the house?
Yeah, me and my younger brother would have some real competitive fierce footy games with a mini soft footy, and we'd kick it against the window doors and use them as goals, and a lot of fun.
Excellent. Taking marks up and running up the hall.
Yeah,
good.
tackling onto the beanbags and
I
the
love
couch.
it. Excellent. Well done. Excellent. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, definitely we're the same. I think before school, after school, whenever we get home,
Yeah.
playing with whoever in the street we could.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, I got great memories of that too. Come inside. No, the street lights on, aren't you? Did you used to go to bed with a footy close by?
Tay still sleeps with it. He loves it.
Nah, never did growing up. Nah.
No? Okay. It's all right.
I probably did, yeah.
You what?
I probably did, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was cool.
He would have, for sure.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll get him back. What was more important when you were growing up and playing footy with your mates? Okay, you both just alluded to it. Was it taking a specky or kicking a ridiculous goal?
Oh, jeez. I'd probably say Specky. Sitting on my friend's head.
Yeah, nothing better.
Good fun.
I get it. Yeah.
Probably kicking a goal. Good
Kicking
goal,
a goal. Yeah, cool. All right. What about at school during recess and lunchtime? Would you always dominate in the playground? Was that part of your repertoire?
I remember early on the kids used to hate me because I was so competitive in the marks up and things like that in like reception in year one. But I loved it. I was pretty competitive. Yeah.
And when I say competitive and dominant, would you be the one that would be taking the marks and everyone would be going, "Oh, here he comes again"? You know, is it like that?
Yeah. That carried over into high school with basketball as well. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. All right, excellent. What about you, Josh?
I don't know. I was pretty similar, I guess. We just loved it out there, but wouldn't dominate like this guy did.
Yeah. Okay. How much do you?
Rubbish.
This is. It seems about really strange to ask you this, Matthias, but how much do you remember about your first game? The lead up to it, the night before, and the morning of.
So I had a mate over from SA who got there on, I think it was Friday afternoon. Okay. So I spent a lot of time with him. Friday night, went out, watched the movie. And then Saturday I was playing a lot of pool with him just to take my mind off it. And
cool.
that was quite enjoyable. I was never played pool before. So learning how to do that was definitely an experience.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I'm happy there were no cameras in on that, but it was good fun.
Is it one of those things that you're trying not to think about it and you're trying to just keep your mind occupied, but also your body and doing other things away from knowing what's coming?
Yeah, leading time to go home. He was at the club. Like he was at the club flat out. We had to tell him you have to go home.
Oh, really?
Ross actually said to me, like, you can't watch any footy. Like, I'm not letting you watch any footy because you're just going to think and try and learn. And
Really?
He said that to me. Yeah.
So, your mate being over, obviously, yes, that helped. But how did you? Now that you can look back at it in hindsight and in reflection, how did you actually? Would you say that you handled it quite well now? Is what I'm alluding to.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I thought I really enjoyed the moment, and I'm going to remember it all. So,
good,
yeah.
Excellent, thank you. Yes, Josh, anything that you would like to add into how much you remember your first game, the lead up to it, the night before, the morning of?
Yeah, I remember I debuted in the school holidays, so I was at school, and then we played Essendon on a Friday night. I think it was a pretty big game. We got thumped, but just wasn't as good as the feeling he would have had. But I remember it was pretty special. Is it one of those things that you the nervous anticipation of what's about to come? Did you sleep much the night before for your first game? Can you remember that? Yeah. I think I did, but I think just throughout the day, like once you think about it, you're like, shit, I'm playing tonight. And I think that's when it really hits you. Kicks in. But yeah. I hear you, mate. I hear. What about when you got to the club for the first time? You put the jumper on for the first time. You're not a supporter anymore. You're not a fan. What was your first emotion when you looked down and you saw the red, black, and white stripes? Yeah, it was pretty euphoric. It was an honour to put it on for the first time and, actually go out and play a game. But I reckon the first time I put it on after the draft was, I was stoked. Super special, that one. Yeah, we've seen footage of you. Obviously, everybody's seen that footage. But for you personally, when you actually realise that you've got the gear on and you're not going to be running up and down the hallway with your brother anymore, you're actually going to be going out and playing at either Marvel or the MCG or wherever else the game's going to take you. But really special moments. Yeah, enormous. I think for my family as well, meant a lot. Absolutely. Meant a lot to me and to them. So nice that you got to share it with all of them too, because they're moments that will stay with you forever. As we speak about that, how did your first game go? When you first looked down and you saw that you were playing for St Kilda, what was your emotion? Definitely. It was definitely pretty surreal. I remember looking down, thinking, "Shit, like you've dreamt of this the whole life." And then, when the first time I walked up the race, I think there was like 48,000 there or something on a Friday night. It was just, it was unbelievable. Wow. Yeah, I love it. It gives me goosebumps. Was there a player that you most wanted to meet when you got to the club? Anyone that you looked up to, idolised, anything like that? For me, probably Jack Hayes and Nasiah Wanganeen. Just because they're SA boys, I'd come close to playing against Naz back home a couple of times when he was playing for Glenelg, and I trained with Jack Hayes once before he left to play here, so I was just excited to meet those boys. What's it like for you when you meet someone like Robert Harvey or Lenny Hayes? What's that? Yeah, I remember I met them all at once, so I didn't really know what to say. At the time, I was at a loss for words, and I just kind of stuttered and ended up seeming like a fan to Lenny, which was pretty funny. But it's good. It's good though. Yeah, good. And what about you? Give us your insight into how it went for you, mate. So we still had Nick Rewalt, Joey Montagna, Sean Dempster, so a few of them guys that obviously were around in the 2010 era. And I loved Rui growing up. So to meet him and then get to play a game with him was pretty special. Fantastic. I like it. Who was the team or the club that you disliked the most when you were growing up? Adelaide for me. Really? Yeah. I was a Port boy from a young age, so I didn't like the Crows. Yeah, right. Okay, that's good information. Good. I was probably Collingwood. I just had a lot of mates at school. All right. So you guys won't be watching Collingwood versus Port Adelaide at any stage then. Okay, there we go. Picture this: one day you're driving along the freeway and you happen up upon a taxi or a billboard or a bus, and you feature on it. What do you think the expression will be, and what do you reckon will be your first reaction? Oh, I think I'd love it, but I reckon if it was Batsy, he'd be more worried if he looked good or not. So, yeah, baby. I'd just be happy to be on there, to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Hey, take that. Very nice. Josh, your retort. What would you like to say, my friend? I don't know. I probably wouldn't be on a billboard. So.
Oh, it could be something for KO or, you never know. That's good. I like that. Well, that's a great answer, Mateus. Well done. Who impressed you the most down at the club with their work ethic, their professionalism and their mindset? Who's someone that you really admire for that?
Yeah, I thought just Marcus Windhager. Like, you couldn't tell that he's a second-year boy if you didn't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Sorry, but give me a little bit of insight. What is it that he does that's impressed you?
Oh, he's just at the club a lot. How he trains on the track. They're probably the main two things. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Yep.
Yeah, when I got there, probably Jack Billings, just the way he prepared and throughout the week what he does to get himself up. So he's someone I've probably tried to copy a few things off.
Yeah, emulate a little bit. What's the weirdest or stupidest thing that you've been asked to sign?
Oh, I remember I had to do a school visit. A couple of the kids got me to sign their shoe, their dirty lunch shoe, ripped off a piece of paper, their hands.
Dirty lunch shoe.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you, I had Jamara Ugelhagen on the show last week. Someone brought down a 2-litre milk and they asked him to sign the 2-litre milk. I just went, why? That's exactly. What's the weirdest thing you've been asked to sign?
Yeah, probably like arms or when kids come up and get you to sign something wrong.
Forehead.
Forehead. Yeah, you're not going to get a tattoo of that on your forehead, are you? Yeah. Okay. And here's a question that is really straight for you, Mateus. Did you collect footy cards when you were growing up? Can you remember seeing or signing your first one of you?
Nah, I don't think I've signed a first one of my actual footy card yet. But I have very, very vivid memories of me collecting Star Wilds and Magic Wild cards growing up.
Right.
Yeah. I remember I was in Melbourne once. Me and my brother opened it. We just started screaming, running around the house, and Dad was like, "What are you two idiots doing?" So.
That's good. I like it. All right. What about you, Josh? Did you used to collect footy cards? And if you did, what was it like when you first saw yours?
I reckon. Yeah, I did till maybe like year 4 or 5, and then I remember when I seen my first one, I was pretty stoked with it. I reckon they normally come in a few, so I might have got one.
I remember my best mate now. I remember we became mates because I stole one of his Magic Wild cards.
Right.
And the whole primary school knew I had it, but I was still playing. Nah, I didn't have it.
That's perfect.
Ended up finding out.
There you go. All right, put your hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. That was great. All right, that was great. Let's introduce a segment. It's called Simply the Best. That microphone, you'll be all right with that. You can just lean forward, can't you, Steve? You'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, mate. Yeah, no, it's all right. No, it just adds to the show, trust me. It's perfect. Well done. Thanks, Steve. This is going to be a hoot, this one. I can see it already. All right, let's have some fun, boys. Boys are ready to go. You two are ready to go. Here comes your first question. Just checking. All right. How many premierships has the St Kilda Football Club won? Oh, Ben?
1.
There you go. He's off the mark, so he's got 1 point.
Further over.
He's going to call disadvantage on the microphone being too far away from him now. How many VFL, AFL Grand Finals has the St Kilda Football Club played in?
Ben. This is a guess, but 10.
10? Yeah. No. Steve?
7.
Close, mate. 6. Bad luck. All right, here comes your next question. Who is your team's captain?
The 2010 as 2 or 1?
What happened? Give him the point. Give him the point. I'd take it upstairs, but we don't have an upstairs, so yep, you've got it. Well done. I like it. I'll speak softly when the questions come to you now. All right, here we go. Who is your team's captain?
Ben.
Jack Steele. Correct. There we go. Who wears the number 4 at the St Kilda Football Club? Ben.
Gresh Prince.
Sorry?
Jade Gresham.
Yes, that's correct. Well done. Jade Gresham it is. Well done. All right.
That's his name.
He flipped it over. Here we go. Now, closest to within 1,000, boys. How many members did your club finish up with at the end of 2022?
Steve.
Ooh. You reckon, Mateus reckons Steve's got it. Steve, what do you think the number is?
59,000.
Well, I have to give it to you because it was 58,004. So you're right in the mark there, all right? So you got it. Well done. Where did St Kilda finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season?
Ben.
Last year. Yes, Ben.
10th.
Correct. 10th it is. Well done. You scoring for him? Yeah. Steve's going, I hope you're scoring for me, mate. Here we go. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
11. Steve. 11.
Yes, mate. Well done. Good stuff. This is for 2 points, okay? Player and goals. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2022 and how many goals did they kick?
Steve.
Steve?
Max King.
Yes.
42.
Max King is correct. 42 is not correct. Do you want to have a go at how many goals? You can steal it here.
I'm going to say
1 point.
47.
52 it was. Bad luck. So just 1 point there to Steve.
Had the 2, right?
Yeah. All right. Who was the last St Kilda player to win a Norm Smith medal?
Steve.
Steve.
Lenny Hayes.
Could you tell me what year?
2009.
It wasn't. It was 2010. But you
That's
get.
what I meant.
Yes, I know you did. That's why you get the point. So well done. Now this is for 3 points. This is for player, year, and votes. How many votes? What year? And who was the last St Kilda player to win a Brownlow medal?
Ben.
Ben.
Robert Harvey.
Yes.
I have no idea how many votes.
Have a go. Just
30,
random.
35.
So close. What year? Shh.
Was it
You didn't
not-
want to come up here. I asked you, right? I said, do you want to come up? No.
I
Okay.
would have said 98.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, you're correct. And did you want to have a go at how many votes?
I said the right answer. 34.
32. Bad luck. So 2 points, okay? Well done. There we go. That's correct. All right. That was just that. All right. So here comes your next question. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Steve.
Steve.
1966 against Collingwood.
Well done, mate. Congratulations. All right. This is your next question. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Ben.
Ben.
1 point.
1 point. Well done. All right. So what are we looking at here score-wise? Whoa. It's cutthroat, isn't it? You can feel the tension in the room. All right. Here we go. Here's your last 2 questions, boys. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 3 player names. You have to add up their jumper numbers. I'm not going to give them to you. You have to add up their jumper numbers. Right? I'll give you 3 seconds after I give you all 3 player names. You give me what you think the total is. Okay? Here comes the 3 jumper numbers. Hunter Clark, Jack Billings, Josh Battle.
Steve.
52. Perfect. Well done. Brilliant. 7 versus 6. Just 1 point. 7 versus 6. You could tie it here, Ben. All right. Same question. All right. Tim Membry, Jack Higgins, Rowan Marshall.
Oh, I'm so bad with numbers, so...
Who wants
He concedes.
Yes. How much? What number did you
I
say?
didn't do it. It's his question.
It's actually for both of you, but if you want, it's for both of you. It was just a chance for him to tie it up. Steve, did you want to give an answer?
I forgot the names.
I told you it was going to be fun. Tim Membry, Jack Higgins, Rowan Marshall.
Can I just take a guess?
Yes, of course you can.
Oh, I'm going to say 46.
Did you say 69?
Yeah.
No. No, it wasn't 46, it was 69. Bad luck, we do have a winner. Guess what, Steve? You are simply the best. Well done, mate. You were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ben, well done. Thanks for volunteering. Steve, thank you. Don't even worry about it anymore. You've won now. I can stay right there. Congratulations. Josh is going to pass you that. That's what you've won as a runner-up prize. Steve, you're a champion. Guess what you've won? A set of Yamaha earbuds valued at $190. Right? Josh is going to pass you those as well.
Good on you.
They're yours. You can now go to the footy and ignore everybody else around you because you got those in. All right? So, well done. Thanks for playing, boys. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. That was fantastic. Thank you to both Ben and Steve. So we're going to introduce a segment. It's called Who Are You? All right. So the way this is going to work, boys, you're going to have 45 seconds on the clock. I'll read out the player jumper number. If you hear this noise, means you got it right, and if you hear this noise, means you got it wrong, okay? As I said, if you don't know, just quickly pass and we'll just see how you go, all right? So you're going first, Mason. Here comes your first one. Your time starts. Oh, sorry, yes, you're going to be keeping score for Mason Mateus, and Josh, you'll be keeping score for Adrian, all right? And Matt, right, he's going to be swinging his arm real fast, man. He's ready to go, all right? Okay, so here comes your first one, my friend. Number 22.
Higgins.
Yes, that'll do. Number 3.
Zach Jones.
Yes, well done. Number 31. Pass?
Pass.
Yep, James Van Ness. Number 5.
Brad Crouch.
Correct, well done. Number 30.
Pass.
Matthew Allison. Number 6.
Pass.
Sebastian Ross. Number 35.
Pass.
Jack Sinclair. Number 7. Pass.
Pass.
Wanganeen Malera. Number 9.
Jack Steele.
All right, there you go. Finished up with a total score of 4. That's all right, don't worry. Well done. Thank you. Put your hands together for him. Thank you.
Good work.
Good on you, Mace. Adrian, now that you've seen how it works, you've got the advantage of going, oh yeah, I know how this thing works. I'm all over it now. So what's going to happen here, Josh Battle's going to keep score for you. Same rules apply. If you hear those noises, I'll say yes or no. If you don't think you know, just pass, all right? Here comes your first one, mate. Your first one is number 11.
Hunter Clark.
Correct. Number 38.
Pass.
Tom Campbell. Number 13.
Pass.
Ryan Burns. Number 44.
Pass.
Callum Wilkie. Number 16.
Pass.
Dan Butler. Number 34.
Pass.
Tom Highmore. Number 17.
No. Windermere.
Yes, yeah, that'll do. Yes, yeah.
Winghanger.
Yeah, that'll do. Number 20.
Dougal.
Yes, Dougal Howard. Number 37.
Pass.
Leo Connolly. Number 10.
Pass.
Mitch Owens. Number 4.
Grade Goshen.
Yes, number 23. I'll give it to you. Number 23.
Bartel.
Yeah, it's Jack Bytel. Yeah, number 23. He finished up with a total score of 5. Oh, pipped him at the post on the last one. Hey, well done, champion. You don't go away. We never have any losers at this show. So, Mason, you've got a That's Good for Footy football. All right? Boys might sign that for you over there a little bit later on. Adrian, you're our winner. Josh is going to reach down next to the desk there. You'll see a Buffalo sports bag. All right? I think it's got about 10 grand in cash in it. I'm not sure. All right? But whatever's in it, it's all yours. That bag and whatever's in it. All right? So congratulations. You won.
Thank you.
Good on you, champ. Well done, boys. Did you see that? They shake hands. That's really good sportsmanship. I love that. Well done, boys. Great pleasure having you up here. We'll get you over there for the photos a little bit later, and you might get signatures on those. We're going to do one last little segment before we get over there and we do some photos with the boys. We're going to go through this segment. This is nice and easy. You can give me one-word answers here, or you can elaborate. It's totally up to you. Let's introduce the segment. It's called What Can I Say? All right, here we go. There's no order here, boys, just however you feel. Do you like running through the banners?
Yes.
All right, nice and good. The siren is gone. You need a goal to win the game. Who do you hope has got the ball in their hands to win it for you?
Anyone but Josh Battle. Max King.
Tim Membry.
Wow. All right.
Funny this bloke, isn't he?
He's settled in all right, hasn't he? Hey? There you go. All right. St Kilda supporters are?
Loyal.
Best.
Yeah, good. All right. That too. Which AFL club do you like to beat the most?
Richmond.
Oh, I've only beat one team, but I reckon... Oh, no, I'm not sure. I only beat one team. So.
Yeah. But who would you like to beat? Adelaide?
Essendon.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, there you go. Good. It's your answer, remember? Whatever you want. Do you prefer a day or a twilight grand final?
Day.
Good. You've been reincarnated as an animal. What sort of an animal would you hope to be? Always stumps them, this one.
Tiger.
A tiger. Good.
Maybe a dog.
Maybe a dog, yeah.
They don't do much.
They get pretty well looked after. Which one of these gets you pumped before the game? Is it the smell of deep heat, fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on your boots, a footy in your hands, or the sound of the crowd?
Sound of the crowd.
Oh,
I think deep heat. I mean, that just reminds me of like local footy back when I was younger, and
Yeah.
you'd go in the rooms and you can smell like
Yeah,
all
I
the
get
players
it.
have deep heat on.
perfect. Who thinks they are the funniest bloke down at the club?
Matthias.
Gresh. he's headhunting now, but I reckon Gresh.
Yeah? Yeah. So Gresh thinks he is, or he actually is?
Gresh thinks he's everything.
All right, good. I like that. He's headhunting now. All right. Being an AFL footballer to you is?
Everything.
Ah, love it. Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty surreal moments. All right. Who's a bit tight with their money down at the club?
Higgins.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
It's very tight.
That is a
Very
lie.
tight. Yeah.
That's a lie. I'm going to say me.
Oh, okay. All right. That'll do then. Who likes to get their rig out just a little bit too much down at the club?
Cheeto.
Yeah, he's got a good rig.
Oh,
Owens.
yeah. Okay. All right. There you go.
Windhager.
Yep. Ah.
Mason Wood.
Actually, now you start to... Yeah, okay.
Steele.
Yeah. You've been given the opportunity to do one of only the following things: parachute out of a plane, take a hot lap in a V8 supercar, go hot air ballooning, or swim with the sharks. Which one of the above are you choosing? One, some, or none?
Probably none.
None.
You wouldn't do any of them.
No?
Probably hot lap.
Hot lap?
Yeah.
V8 supercar?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to do any of that? No? Okay. All right. Just play football for St Kilda, thank you. All right. What's your favourite ground to play on around Australia and why?
Oh, I've only played at Marvel and Adelaide.
I deserve that, really, I did.
But I reckon the G will be pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, probably the MCG. I think, just walking out on that ground's pretty special.
Can I just ask you very quickly, I'm getting away from this now, but you brought up in Adelaide, do you have a desire to go back and play at the Adelaide Oval, a big match there? Is that something that entices you? Is that...
Well, going home to play for Adelaide.
No. Going back and playing at Adelaide Oval for St Kilda at the Adelaide Oval.
Oh, not really.
Okay,
Not really.
all right.
I reckon Marvel and the G's better. to be
Yeah,
honest.
absolutely. I agree. How much are you looking forward to running out on the G then?
What was that?
How much are you looking forward to running out on the G?
That excited.
There you go. All right. Playing for the St Kilda Football Club is?
An honour.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty special.
Good. Like that. I like that. An honour. When you've literally got nothing to do, what's the one thing that you like doing nothing the most of?
I got a little story on Matthias. So I think it was 2 weeks ago on a Sunday. It was pretty good weather.
Yeah.
And a few of the boys went in there and did a bit of recovery, and they found Matthias tanning on the oval. At the footy club. Could do it anywhere, and he was on the middle of the ground. Is that true or false?
That's false. It
No,
wasn't
it's
2
true.
weeks ago.
That's true.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks ago.
It was 3.
Can't handle the truth.
How's that for a get out of jail free card? It wasn't 2 weeks ago. Let's go. Well done. Take that. Try and come at me with that. Yeah. Well done, boys. Oh, wow. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
Goal of the year.
Goal of the year?
Yeah, probably goal.
Yeah, cool. Who is the absolute worst dresser at the St Kilda Football Club?
I'm not sure.
No?
I reckon if you got everyone in a room that tried the hardest, I reckon it'd be pretty even. Like,
Oh,
everyone's
okay.
pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty even?
Yeah, I don't, maybe Hugo.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I didn't want to dob him in, but yeah, I'm with you. St Kilda at the end of the home and away season this year will finish?
4th.
Yeah, I'll go with fourth as well.
Good. I'm going with what he said. Yeah, all right. You're a contestant on a reality TV show. What sort of TV show is it?
Reality TV.
Yeah.
Mash. No, someone said that. No, not really. I've got a partner.
This isn't going live, is it?
I just reiterated what someone said.
Well, that's good. Reality TV show.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah?
I've got nothing.
Love Island?
Maybe Survivor or something?
No.
Survivor?
No.
Survivor?
Maybe Survivor.
Survivor, yeah, okay. Let's go for that.
Yeah.
That sounds better. The Bachelor, all right. Here we go. You find a car park in a shopping centre. Do you reverse in or drive straight in?
Driving.
Yeah, driving.
Okay, that's a psychological one, that one. Do you prefer to see the coach on the bench or in the box? I know it's only one game, but...
Oh, box, I guess.
Yeah.
In the box.
Okay, let's go with that. If you had to write a reference highlighting some personal traits, characteristics and qualities about each other, what would you say?
Hardworking,
Yes?
passionate, honest,
Wow.
and yeah.
And loyal. That's beautiful. I love it. That's lovely. You
Here
can
we go.
reciprocate now.
Funny. Yeah, hardworking, old. Charming, good to talk to.
Oh, there you go. Very nice. Do you notice he went down and then he ran and then he came all the way back? That was very good, mate. Very good. Oh, I like that. Okay. Who's the coach's pet, do you think?
Matthias.
Too much.
I'll say Wendy or Cheeto.
Yeah, okay, all right. If you were to appear on a talent show, would you be a singer or a dancer?
I'd be neither. I'd be the person filming.
Okay, good. Nice. Yeah?
Yeah, probably neither either.
Yeah, neither either. Yeah, let's go. All right. What do you think when you see a poster or merchandise of yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, good. I like it. He agrees. He likes it. Yeah. What about you, Miss Hayes?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, good. All right, excellent. I saw the look on your face when I showed you that out the back. That was good. Hey, what is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal being able to have a positive impact like that. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's awesome when they come up to you and when you sign their jumper.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. How easy is it for you to relax and unwind after a game?
Yeah, depends on whether I've done well or not. I reckon.
Okay.
If you do well, it's probably a bit harder to come down. I reckon.
Okay.
But if you do bad, you kind of just want to move on pretty quickly.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. How were you when you got home after Sunday?
Yeah, found it pretty hard to get to sleep. Yeah.
Adrenaline still running?
Yeah, definitely. Got to see the family and friends. So
Yeah.
adrenaline's definitely pumping.
Good on you.
Yeah, I'm probably a little bit the opposite. If you perform, then you're pretty chilled. But if you underperform, then you're lying in bed, going through all the plays.
All the things you could have done.
The team won. The team lost. Yeah.
Good on you, mate. Last question for you both: should tomato sauce be kept in the cupboard or the fridge?
Fridge.
There you go. Put your hands together for them. They were great. Well done, guys. What I wanted to do is just go through a little bit of quick housekeeping with you. The next show that we'll be doing is on March the 29th. We've got Adam Chera and Tom de Koning joining us from the Carlton Football Club live at the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. Then on August the 5th, we've got Richmond Tigers players, Toby Nankervis and Tim Taranto. They'll be joining us on the panel at the Craigieburn Sporting Club in Craigieburn. Then on April the 12th, Melbourne players Tom McDonald and Tom Sparrow live from here, the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill. Then on April the 19th, Collingwood players Patrick Lipinski and Daniel McStay will be joining us from the Caulfield RSL, which is located in Elstonwick. And then on April the 26th, we'll have from the Collingwood Football Club, Jack Ginnivan and Isaac Quaynor live from the Mulgrave Country Club, which is here. Remember, when you're purchasing tickets, only purchase them through the That's Good Footy website, www.that'sgoodfooty.com.au/events. Click on the posts and the links, and that's how it'll go. Please put your hands together for Sam, my sound guy, and the lovely Sandy. A lot of people go, there must be so many people behind the scenes that put all these shows together. Yeah, there is. Sam, me and Sandy, all right? And we love it. We love coming out here and delivering these shows to you. We like you to get to meet the players your way that you have tonight. I'm going to hand over to the players because I want you guys, before I do, to please put your hands together for Matthias Philippou, right? Okay? Matthias Philippou. And for Josh Battle, all right? Thanks for being a fantastic first cab off the rank. You were the first person I thought of player to come along and be on the show, mate. You're bloody awesome tonight. You two have seriously been fantastic. I did tell you before the start of the show that when I was thinking about who to get, you know, the locker buddies, 25 and 26. You know, so it worked out really well. So now they'll be able to share some stories in the locker room about That's Good for Footy panel show. That should be interesting. I just wanted to say thanks to both of you. Matthias, it's been wonderful meeting you, hasn't it? Thank you for being so candid. Thanks for just being you. Thanks for being natural. Thanks for just enjoying yourself. Thanks for smiling. Thanks for all of that. You have got the most infectious smile. You're a wonderful bloke. I love you for coming back on again. Boys, what would you like to say? This is your chance to have a chat to the people.
No, just thanks for your support, everyone. It's been a pleasure. I didn't really know what to expect, but you guys have been brilliant, been very accepting, and you're all what make the game worth playing. So thank you.
I'll give the last word to you, Josh. What would you like to say, my friend?
Yeah, no, thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for supporting us, and yeah, we'll see you on the weekend.
Yeah, how good was that? We've had a lot of fun tonight. It's been one of the best shows because you two just brought your natural A game. I was all right, but you guys were fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I can't thank you enough. I just wanted to say to all of you, don't forget your photos will be up on the That's Good for Footy Facebook page later on tonight. You can get them there. If you want to come along to one of the shows, great. But bring people with you. Tell other people about it. If you've had a good time, tell other people. If you've had not a very good time, don't tell anyone because no one likes a whinger. All right? But if you've had a good time, come along and bring other people with you. This has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name is Damien. Thank you, everyone. Cheers and good night. See you guys.